So, things are pretty apocalyptic right now, aren't they? The world is going batshit crazy. People are going batshit crazy. It seems like the world is moving more into entropy right now. And it seems like everything is pretty negative right now. But when was the last time, and I'm going to say this, we usually focus on the negative things in our lives. We usually focus on the things that are going wrong in our lives, that are going wrong in society. But when was the last time that you sat and thought about the things that were going right in your life? When was the last time that you were grateful for the things that are actually pretty fine in your life, in society? When was the last time we actually said, oh, society has actually done good in this department? Maybe not in other departments out there, and they're still struggling with these issues, but in this particular department, in this particular issue, we pretty much have it down. We pretty much have a good hold on it, a good grasp, a good understanding. When was the last time we thought about the good things that are happening in society? I find that as a species, we're very negative. And many anthropologists would say that we have a proclivity for being negative because 300,000 years ago, when we were hunters and gatherers, if we were walking and we heard some moving behind a bush, we would instantly think it's a predator that was trying to attack us. And those kind of negative thoughts would allow us to survive, because if it was a lion, then we can run away and we can prepare. And if it wasn't a lion, then at least we were safe and we're surviving. But nowadays, we don't really need to do that anymore. There's no lion behind the bush. And I think, well, there is no actual lion behind the bush, but I think the real lion behind the bush is ourselves, and it's our perspective. I think the real predator in today's society is the way that we look at things, the negative way that we usually look at things. And I'm not saying that there are things in society that are not acceptable, you know? There are things in society that are that have happened and that are happening that are disastrous and atrocious. And it's important to become aware of those things, but it's also important to become aware of the good things that are happening in our lives and the good things that are happening in society. So, the lion in the bush is the way that we look at things. The real predator is our minds. We may think that there's an enemy out there, and we may think that, oh, it's the government, oh, it's the politicians, oh, it's so-and-so, oh, it's Johnny that's trying to fuck me over. And maybe they are, but you know how they work? Through your mind, through inflicting fear and trying to make you afraid and intimidating you. That's how they work. That's their tactic, so that you succumb to them. So they use your natural instincts against you. But you don't have to fall for that trick. You don't have to fall for their deceit. You can be the bigger person. Take a step back and see, okay, so what are the things that I can control, and what are the things that I can't control? This and this and this and this and this part of my life I can control. This and this and this and this and this I can't change. And this and this and this and this and this I just have to accept. It's like the serenity prayer, right? And so the real enemy is our minds. And politicians, not just politicians, but people in our lives and even ourselves, for some reason, we get off on scaring ourselves and scaring others. But we don't have to be that way. We can rise up and we can say, you know what? I'm in charge of my own life. And you know what? This is my tool and my weapon. I know some people out there want to use my mind as a weapon, but I'm going to use it as a tool. And that will allow you to see the world in a different way, to refocus. And this goes back to looking at the things or focusing on the things that are going right in your life. What's going right in your life? You have vision, you can hear, you can see, you can move around. Maybe you have a family, maybe you have a roof over your head. Whatever it is that you have, be grateful for it. Be grateful for the things that you have and the things that are going right in your life. It's okay, like I said, to acknowledge the things that suck in society, that suck in your life. Maybe your sibling passed away, maybe your loved one passed away, maybe you got scammed in a really terrible way, and that sucks. And it's okay to acknowledge that. But what are the things that are going right in your life? And you'll notice that life isn't always tilted. It's not like it's not a scale, and one side is not heavier than the other. It's more like a balance. Like, there are good things that happen in your life and there are bad things, and the scale is pretty balanced and pretty even in that sense. So anyway, focus on the good in your life is what I'm trying to say. It's okay to acknowledge the bad. It's okay to say when things suck, but focus on the good, okay? Peace and love. See you next time.